What's good, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Christian here again with another video, and today we're discussing a single player mode that Sparking Zero needs for season 2. 2 days ago I took the survey reviewing Sparking Zero as a whole and giving my feedback to the dev team, and there was an interesting question that people might look over when they take the survey. And the question was asking, what are your top 5 video game genres? And this question is interesting because just because Sparking Zero is a fighting game doesn't mean that we can't borrow mechanics and game modes from other genres to improve the game. Now, the genre I got most excited about, even though I didn't put it in my top 5, is the roguelike genre. Now, if you don't know what that is, essentially a roguelike mode is a survival mode with an RPG twist. You go from encounter to encounter, and every time you complete a room, you're giving a choice of an upgrade to take into the next encounter. And these upgrades usually are special moves, stat upgrades, or effects on regular moves that add to your character build. So as you progressively get through the dungeon, the enemies get stronger and you get stronger also, depending on what you pick as your upgrades. In between rooms of enemies, you're given choices to either heal your health or risk adding more upgrades. And you can even add extra challenges that will later serve you if you complete the challenge with extra upgrades. After a certain number of rooms, you encounter bosses, and once you defeat them, you usually get a very strong ability, but then the enemies ramp up in difficulty even further. When you die, you end up losing all of your abilities and have to start all over, but you get resources that you get to spend on permanent stat upgrades, so your character improves over time, session after session, to help you get even farther in the dungeon the next time around. And I kid you not, this mode had me sink hours and hours into God of War Ragnarok even after I beat the story mode twice, and it could do something similar to Sparking Zero. I think a Sparking Zero roguelite would go absolutely crazy because people seem to forget that we have a wealth of stat modifiers and customization options for character kits in the form of capsules. Now, currently these capsules get largely wasted because no one wants to go into PvP and have to deal with capsule cheese on top of all the other cheese that was already in the game. And Legendary Warrior Face-Off is just not that interesting, so people don't really mess with the capsules to play that mode. But I think within the context of a roguelite, as you build your character over time, it would make capsules finally interesting and would actually reward the devs for putting so much work into those customization options. Now, how would it work for sparking? Well, just like God of War, you would start the game with base stats, no modifiers available, and get dropped into a grid similar to the story mode. You would move into your first fight, and after you dispatch them, you get a choice of a capsule and a stat upgrade. Everything is on the table for you to upgrade your character here. You can unlock supers, unlock ultimates, unlock transformations, and even allies during the dungeon. After your first fight, the path would branch out and you get to make choices between paths and potential bosses. Maybe you head into Namek and you fight the Ginyu Force, or you head into Earth and you find Vegeta and Nappa. Your path decides what enemies you might see along the way and what upgrades you get along the way as well. The fights would be designed so that you fight teams of enemies, but they would be balanced so that you could deal a lot of damage to them, so you're not having to grind through a bunch of health bars. So initially, the fights would go quickly until you get to your first mini boss, usually a strong enemy but not a full-blown boss battle. If you win, you can unlock supers, ultimates, or even high tier capsules that will help you fight the boss at the end of that floor. Everything is on the table to be unlocked and customizable. Even sparking mode could be a reward for winning encounters instead of just starting the roguelite with sparking mode available. That's what's so fun about a roguelite. Maybe you make a build with no sparking mode or supers, but you're a stat monster, a melee monster. Or maybe you sink all your capsules into super spam. It's all up to you how you fight and how you pick your rewards as you go through the fights, okay? And when you get to your first boss, I would make this a full-blown set piece, kind of like the story mode. For example, early Vegeta on Earth is a 1v1. Once you get his health below a certain percentage, he transforms into the ape within the fight with no cutscene. You just use the transformation. If you manage to win, you not only get a capsule to improve your build, you get to pick a companion from that saga to take into the next wave of encounters. So not only do you get to improve your character, you also get to pick allies as well as you go along, so no one's journey through this mode would be the same. If you manage to get to the end of this mode with a specific character, you unlock rewards for that character, costumes, accessories, etc. So you actually have to grind this mode to get the costumes and accessories for the PvP modes. Now, I honestly don't expect every character to be available to be played in this mode because it would just be too much on the dev team, okay? It's too many characters to design for, but I could see at least the story mode characters be available for this roguelike mode. Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, Goku Black, Piccolo, Jiren, and Trunks should be available, and maybe even some of the DLC characters, and the rest can just be available as allied characters within the dungeon, okay? So also transformations and fusions could be unlocked while playing the mode. So maybe if you get far along with Goku, you can unlock Vegeta as an ally, giving you access to fusions at the higher levels and stuff like that. That's what I keep saying about this game. This game has so much potential that it's sad to watch it be wasted like it is right now. All of the stuff I'm proposing is not anything super crazy that we've never seen before. All of this is super doable and will finally give casuals a place to play in this game and give capsules a place to be used in this game. Even me, I would play the shit out of this mode, but with one caveat. You need to improve the AI and the mode needs to be balanced appropriately. You can't make the enemies too tanky or boring to play. Matches need to go fast and the enemies need to actually attack you in interesting ways. The current AI is just going to ruin any single player attempt in this game, and that needs to be addressed. Regular mobs should be easy enough to kill, that you're not playing like 5-minute matches against them per floor. It should go fast and on to the next until you get to boss characters. Boss characters could take a little bit longer to make them feel unique and powerful to play against. That's key. If the game is too grindy, it loses the player and people are just gonna quit the mode entirely. But let me know what you think. Would you like a game mode like this, a roguelike mode with RPG elements where you get to customize your character, pick your allies, surviving against mobs, fighting bosses, and building your character as you go? Or would you like something else entirely? Let me know in the comments what type of game mode you would like to see added, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.